Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Nick's vlog. And Nick is, again, a slightly different type of client from a lot that we have. He's lost a lot of weight. He's trying to get strong, trying to be healthy. Obviously, willing to hire a serious strength coach, buy Rogue equipment for his home gym, everything. So he's pretty serious about all of that. But again, he used marathons to lose weight. He used to be 400 plus pounds. And we're continuing his weight loss journey, but he's not at a really high strength level. I still keep him on some easier, linear programming. We work on his form, we work on fatigue management because he's still doing marathons, he still runs, and it's what we do. It's what we do with him. But, he's dedicated to doing this. And, a lot of times, yes, in many cases, I do prefer to work with people who are ultra serious about strength. I love my advanced lifters. But isn't he hardcore in his own way? Because that's what I'm looking for. I really want clients who are kind of hardcore. But when we look at it, the guy who's lost well over 100 pounds, right? He's lost over 100 pounds. That's pretty hardcore. Runs marathons. He's an athlete. So for me, his mindset and what I do, I approach it like I do with any of my hardcore strength athletes. Right? It's just the same mentality. Spend a lot of time worrying about fatigue management, worrying about things like range of motion. So this is stuff that so his next week in the programming, we're adjusting stuff because the squats, are not quite hitting the depth I want. Now he went through a little bit of minor medical stuff recently, and that is probably contributing. He upped his running because he's got a race coming up, but he's holding it consistent now. So that has also affected recovery a little, and it is a little harder to progress. So for some of this, we've kept the weights constant for a couple weeks, but it's harder to progress in these cases because, again, he's not bulking. He's losing weight, and he's increasing running, getting ready for another race. While in a calorie deficit, a very mild one, because he slowly loses weight year round. He's never really dropped his weight loss phase, because he's not at the body weight and body fat he's happy with. But, the upside to all of that, weight loss is becoming easier and easier because he is running and then he trains like this. We're gaining muscle. He's gained muscle, he's gained strength. That's going to carry over to just, more energy turnover. So, over time, he's going to continue to lose weight. He's going to continue to lose weight. But for me, again, as a coach, this means we've got to watch his fatigue management. Okay? Because he's in his 40s. In a very, very, very long-term weight loss phase. So I can't always push the training loads, to those limits. We can't. We can't. And again, this is why when I talk to people that we have to look at individual fatigue. We have to look at individual fatigue management. Matters. Absolutely matters. And it's such an individual thing. This is why we can't do cookie cutter programming. When someone tells you that they're writing you a custom program, usually it's not. It's not custom. And I know of coaches out there who do this. They just have templates that they put their clients on. It's not custom. Okay? And in the case of when you're dealing in these situations, that doesn't work. Because custom means that fatigue management is taken into account. It's not custom programs. Because if it's custom, you've got to change it every couple of weeks. You've got to have feedback. It's called coaching. In other words, a quote-unquote custom program is probably just selling you a cookie-cutter program that they have stored away. Okay. Custom programming really needs to mean coaching. And to coach, you have to look at these variables. You've got to look at what's going on in this person's life. And you can't just hand someone like Nick a regular cookie cutter program, even though his lifts might look pretty cookie cutter. We have to think about volume. We've got to look and see what he's doing with his movements. You know, we're having to adjust loading because, look, he's squatting a little high. Okay, loading has to be adjusted. Again, he's in his 40s, a very, very, very long-term major weight loss client who runs marathons. You're going to give this guy a cookie cutter program? It's not going to work out. Okay. But as you guys can see, you know, what we do with his training, you know, he does bench pressing, does one-arm dumbbell rows, overhead press, tricep extensions. We do that twice a week. That's his upper body. All right, lower body. We squat, we deadlift, we do goblet squats, and then we do reverse hypers. Okay, and it's all pretty balanced. It's all pretty balanced. You know, and I'll have him do some body weight stuff later as he continues to lose weight, as he gets stronger. But notice the same thing on these goblet squats. Again, he's getting a little high on them right now, where he's struggling a little bit with the hip tightness. So what I'm going to have to do is reduce loads, reduce the weights, because then he won't have to pace himself. Because you know what happens when we get, you know, a weight that's going to be really challenging for us? Well, we try to pace ourselves through the set, and we know not to do things that are going to make it feel real hard early on. Right? When we're getting close to our limits. So we'll start cutting reps short. It'll make it harder to open up the hips. And we're thinking, oh, our hips are just tight. Well, it may not be the case. It could be our brain psychologically psyching us out a little bit to make sure that we can make it through that set. So that means we'll touch and go, we'll bounce bench, we'll start cutting reps short on the squat. So we have to adjust loading and get those things pushed back to where they need to be. Okay, that's coaching is. See the videos. If they don't, you know, if you're not in person, you've got to have video. All right, we adjust all of this stuff. It has to be adjusted. And it has to be adjusted. But I think this gives a lot of people out there, you know, Nick's had a lot of people who follow who are inspired by him, and they're like, I'm in a similar situation. I'm not, you know, squatting 400 pounds, 500 pounds. I'm, you know, trying to lose some weight. I'm a little older. They find him more inspiring than some of my other people, you know, because he's relatable. It's relatable to a lot of those viewers. You guys think Brett's relatable to all of my viewers? You think I'm relatable to all of my viewers? Come on. Sure, I have viewers who crush us. I have viewers who are way stronger than me, and they send me their stuff, but they thank me for the knowledge they got. You know, but does that really represent the average? I don't think it does. Not with a subscriber count as high as mine. You know, so this vlog is good because I think it helps a different demographic, right? It helps a different demographic, and they find it relatable. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.